for both of you guys. What does it mean to be part of the team to etch your name in the history books of first SEC champions in Arkansas history?
I mean, I think it feels great. We're both new, so it's kind of cool to come in and be able to do something huge like that.
Yeah, this program is so special. The girls are so special. This team is just bonded together, and we're just something that you don't come around a lot of the times. And I'm just so proud of all the hard work we've put in all season.
And Shanice, 3 years ago, almost to this day, you pitched a shutout against Arkansas at Tulsa. Looking back, what does it mean to you to have reached this accomplishment with the Razorbacks now?
Oh man, it means a lot. I mean, it's kind of funny looking back at it. I didn't even know that was like a thing, but coming from then to now, it's been a journey, and every step of the way, and I'm been blessed and glad that Coach Eifel and the other coaches took a chance on me, and I'm able to be here and help the team get a win.
Question from Eric.
Yeah, question for Shanice. What was it about Coach Eifel in Arkansas that when you decided to come, that this was the place? And did you envision this, winning the SEC regular season title, tournament title, and the pitcher of the year?
I did not envision all of this. I mean, when I first came, or when I was in the portal and I was starting to talk to people, I think the first thing that caught my attention was I had a conversation with Coach Michael, and we weren't even talking about softball. He was asking me about my family. He was asking me, we had a great conversation. And I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. And then I got to talking to Coach Deifel, and I'm like, wow, these people actually care about other things outside of softball. So just being here, and I mean, like I said, it's been a journey, and I've been glad to be here and work with these girls and these coaches. So it's been really fun.
Casey, what has it been like being with this group and doing the regular season and now the tournament title?
Man, it's just a feeling that I can't even explain. I mean, I wouldn't be here without the girls right next to me, and they just are continuing to push everyone forward. And without the support of our coaches and all of our fans and just each other by each other's side, it's just we really made it through together, and I couldn't have done it without one person that's not on that field, and it's just amazing.
Question from Chris.
Shanice, two-hitter in the SEC Championship. When did you really start to feel that you had it today, that it was going to be a good day?
I don't think, well, I'll speak for myself. I don't think I ever really feel like I have it until the game is over. I know I've watched too many games where the people lose it in the last inning, so I think just going out there and knowing I have the stuff to win a game helps me, but and knowing that we have an offense and a defense to win a game. So I think I won't say I ever thought I had it, but I was pretty confident in this team.
Do you want me to answer that?
Sure.
No, I'm just kidding. She looked absolutely dialed from the first inning. And so she's never going to give herself credit, and great pitchers never fully feel comfortable, and that's Shanice. But Missouri is a very, very good offense, and they really just didn't have an answer for Shanice today, and I thought she was exceptional.
Question from Justin.
Yeah, for both of the players, actually. On the broadcast after the game, Coach Thacker was talking about the family feel of the team. You love each other, you hug a lot, just that whole aspect. Can each of you players just speak to that aspect and what that aspect of the team means to you?
Yeah, so coming in, the vibes were like immaculate immediately. I mean, people were just like asking me, "Oh, do you want to come with us?" And I'm like, yeah, sure, actually. So, I mean, from the jump, people, I don't know, I feel like you probably think the same, but people welcomed us in very fast, and they've been loving the whole way, and it's been really fun to play with these girls.
Yeah, I mean, the first day of practice we walked in, it was just like hugs back and forth, and I mean, coming from a person who's a hugger, it just feels great. I mean, I've turned people into that are not huggers, and I just love it. Like, I show up to practice and I know that I'm going to get support from every single person on that field and around me, and it just feels amazing.
Question?
We aren't like rainbows and sunshine every day. I do feel like I need to say that. It's not just all rainbows and sunshine every day, but we genuinely care for each other and we love each other. And the reason why, I know you weren't asking me, sorry, but the reason I laughed is because we did what our warning label would be today, and Casey's was, "We'll probably touch you." So it was just funny to hear her talk about being a hugger, but we genuinely care for each other and we love each other, and I'm just a firm believer that when you love someone, you tell them, and you just make sure that they know how you feel about them. And so I just think that we do a really good job of making sure we all feel loved by each other.
Shanice, you pitched with incredible efficiency today, 68 pitches, and like you said, you stay locked in because end of the game you've seen games blown. How have you developed that ability to stay locked in through 7 innings and pitch like that through 7 innings?
I would say growing up, I'm kind of used to pitching a lot of games, and I've come to find out that when you're like not locked in or don't go out there and try to be efficient, that's when games don't go your way. So I guess that's something I kind of learned at a younger age. But coming up to this level, I've learned that it's very important. And at the beginning of the season, I learned that lesson quickly. So it's helped me from then on.
And Courtney, from bringing in Shanice this year, how have you seen her develop into the SEC Pitcher of the Year, MVP of this tournament?
Well, I think Shanice always wants to get better, and that's the thing, is just wanting to be at this level and wanting to do whatever it takes for her team, really. And I just remember early in the year sitting down and Shanice kind of saying, like, I just feel like I'm one pitch away, and it's kind of getting, wait, what do I need to do? And just always wanting to find ways to continue to improve and be better for her team. And that's exactly who Shanice is. She's incredibly coachable. She is incredibly consistent. And she just gives the team just this consistent presence that sets a tremendous tone for our defense and our offense. And just so steady. She doesn't ride the highs and lows, which you can so easily do in this game. And she just continues to get better.
I know you've heard a lot of this question of, where you've brought this program, but to add this accomplishment to your resume, to see the program reach this, height, what does that mean to you as a coach?
Well, I'm just really, really proud. I'm really, really proud, and just really, really grateful for all the players since we got here. From year one, which everyone keeps reminding me that we weren't that good in year one, I know. But we needed that, and every step that we've taken is an important part of our journey, and so I'm just really proud of our players. I'm really proud of our staff, and I'm just really grateful for everyone that's taken a chance on us and trusted us.
Question from Eric.
Coach, congrats. You're now 6-0 in this stadium. Is this like a de facto home now for you moving forward? I asked you earlier in the year when you played Florida, if playing there in the regular season would help you here, and you ended up winning the series against Florida, sweeping them. Now looking back, did that help you this week?
I think that it didn't hurt us. I think that we were very comfortable here, obviously coming back and just being comfortable in their field. But honestly, Eric, I think that this team would do well at a city park. They don't care where we play. They just want to compete together, and they want to fight, and they want to find a way to win. And so this team doesn't care. Now, don't send us anywhere. Send us home. And all your bracketologies, keep us home. But this team, they're just ready for the game wherever it is.
You're going to probably be the highest seed in program history when that's announced, wherever that is. I'm curious because there was adversity this year. You had to deal with weather. There was trying to get games in. You weren't clicking the way you would have wanted to play. You're inconsistent. Was there a moment, a game, where you turned around, where you saw it click, and you're like, okay, this is the team. We got a shot here to win both the regular season and the tournament title?
Well, we knew early, even before the not clicking, that we had all the pieces that we needed to do something really special this year. And I think that all the not clicking is we needed it. We needed it because we had to work really hard to get to where we are clicking. And we've had years in the past where we shot out of the gates and clicked right away and didn't really have the year that we wanted. Necessarily, especially at the end. And I can honestly say I think we're playing our best softball right now, right at the time that we want to be. So we needed all of that adversity, and we grew as a group, and we became stronger as a group through it, and we're in a really good spot right now.
And then my last question for Shanice. I've covered you for a long time, actually, as a player. I've always enjoyed watching you. I'm curious, how are you different today as a player than you were, say, opening day or last year?
I think, like I said, the beginning of the season was kind of a eye-opener for me. So, whereas in the past I was comfortable where I was at, or comfortable with not doing too hot, I think being here and now I feel like this Shanice is like, okay, and we've talked about how much we like love each other. So I think this Shanice is like, okay, well, I love my teammates so much. I gotta work very hard for them, and I'm like, so like now I'm like willing to do anything for this team. So I think that's the difference. I'm just like I've grown in the fact that I'm willing to try other things.
Thanks. Congrats.
Question from Ethan.
Hey, Coach. Ethan Westerman, Democrat Gazette here. You said entering this week that this team carries a chip on its shoulder after some folks last year kind of discredited the shared titles, saying things about the schedule and whatnot. Well, this year now you're outright SEC regular season champs and SEC tournament champs. Just how does it feel to maybe prove some people wrong about this program?
Well, it always feels good to prove anybody wrong in anything that you do. I think competitive people just, you know what I mean? I think competitive people just always want to prove people wrong. I think there was even times this week that it was like, well, we'll see if they can win the tournament. It's happened 3 times in the last 10 years of the tournament that the regular season champion also won the tournament. And so there's just continues to be questions about us. And I think at this point, I do feel like we've established ourselves as a national contender. I think that, I think our play is consistent enough and proven that we belong in those conversations. And we'll continue to move forward with that chip on our shoulder. But also knowing that the only thing we really need is each other's approval. And that's what we do everything for.
Yeah. Through 3 games in this tournament, your pitching staff allowed only 1 run. Just having Shanice and Mary, they've been impressive all year, but they translated it onto a big stage. Just how does it feel as a coach seeing, pitchers step up and with a lot on the line?
Well, it's huge. It's huge. The game runs on pitching, and it's been such an offensive SEC season. So to see them do what they've done throughout the SEC of, leading the SEC in ERA and then getting here and continuing to improve their game against really, really talented offenses, it's huge. It just gives the rest of our team so much confidence. They set a really great tone for our defense and our offense, and it really just fuels the team. Everything runs on pitching. So when they set a good tone and they're consistent and they're fighting for you and they're battling great offenses, the rest of your team wants to fight around you.
And last thing I have is for Casey. So as a freshman on a big stage like this, just having many fifth-year seniors, walking alongside you in a game like this, just what's it like having that dynamic of so many, veteran players?
I think it's a very interesting type of dynamic. I think a lot of the times I find myself comparing myself to them, but really they're just the people that build me up every day, and they teach me so much throughout this game, and I couldn't be more thankful for them just supplying me with information every day, helping me, encouraging me, and just keeping me positive and just allowing me to realize, like, there's going to be ups and downs and it's just going to happen, but it's the way you deal with it and the way you get back up is what really matters. and I'm so grateful for every single one of them.
That's all I have. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Question from Justin.
Yeah, Coach, I've got two for you. The first one, we've talked on TV and media, all kinds of stuff about Shanice adding that drop ball and learning it today. You've been around softball for a while. Have you ever seen somebody do that before, certainly to this effect and success?
No, I haven't. It's not normal. And it's stinking dirty. I mean, it's just a crazy pitch, and but no, I've never seen anything like it.
All right, second question. On your post-game interview, post-Gatorade bath.
I don't know what I said. Don't hold anything against me.
No, it wasn't what you said. It was the emotion you had when you said it. Have you at any point just stopped to take in the fact where this team was 2016, where this team is now, where this team was 2 years ago, where this team is now? Is that something you can let yourself look at the full picture of at this point?
No. No. I'm sure I will do that when I get home tonight and sit with my husband, and we'll talk about just the journey that we've been on, the sacrifices that we've made, the sacrifices of our staff, all of those things. Those are our teammates, you know. So kind of going through that, and it'll hit a little bit more, but we won't do that until the year is done. This is one thing that was really exciting today. But we still have a lot out ahead of us, and then maybe I'll soak it in when we hit those things that we want in the next few weeks.